Good morning, fellow meanderers. Sun is just coming up over the Aylesbury Vale now, and Moss and I are out for a very, very brief walk around the block. Without divulging too much, I've got to go back into hospital this morning for additional checkups and consultation. But you know, feeling really well, generally speaking, since my hospitalisation 2 and a bit months ago. So I'm hoping that the doctors can give me the all clear. I have had, as you well know, I've had a common cold or similar for probably getting on 3 weeks now, and it's still lingering. Can definitely tell where I've had the pneumonic or the pneumonia based illness that there is definitely scarring on that left lung, which is disappointing, but it's still early days. I mean, not as disappointing as dying, so yeah, not too bad at all. Go on, boss, this way. Okay, we'll go that way. It doesn't really make no odds to me, mate. So yeah, fingers crossed we get like signed off, can go back to bloody work again. It's been off for nearly 6 months now, and it's becoming a little bit of a strain, especially with someone that suffers with ADHD like myself. Sitting still for long periods of time is, yeah, not doing anything. It's very, very difficult. Hence why I've had all this focus on the YouTube channel, in all fairness. So I'd like to thank everybody who has been tuning in with our day to day. Even if it only gets a handful of views, I really don't care, as long as it puts a smile on someone's face. I really enjoy the process of editing. I love the process of filming. It's just enjoyable, and it, like I said from the start, wanted to document his progress and his development in terms of how he looks, his training, and so on and so forth. So yeah, do a bit of housekeeping. If you do like the content, please like, subscribe, tap the bell. I'd really, really appreciate it. But don't feel obliged, but it does help. So yeah, thanks in advance. Hey, I've never been down that bit. Let's go down here. I've never been down here before. Bit of freestyling. I know where this pops us out though. Pops up just on the edge of the field, which he didn't seem to want to go towards. So it's a new little spot. I can feel that he's jazzed. Oh, this is new. He's going. Yeah, it is, Moss. It's newish. It's a variation of our current walk. Now, the question is, mate, are you going to go out into the fields? I mean, if you don't, actually, it's not the end of the world, because let's clear up. Go on, Moss. Oh, putty tats. Come on, leave the putty tats. Nay. Nay. Good boy. Yes, good boy. And yeah, because I've got to go to hospital fairly early doors, hence why I'm kind of out that touch earlier as well than I ordinarily would be. I'm even out before breakfast, so not before his, I've fed him already about 45 minutes ago. But yeah, just going to do an on-lead walk. Nothing too strenuous, nothing too exciting, so apologies in advance. Switch off now if you want. But yeah, just nice to get out, blow off the cobwebs from the sleep, and just enjoy this walk with the boy before I go in. Because last time this happened, I got admitted for 8 days. Don't think that's going to be on the cards on this particular occasion, as I am feeling a lot more well. But yeah, I look back at some of like the older videos when I was really, really under the weather. It's like probably only the first week or so that I had the channel running, and I was just getting out of breath, left, right, and centre. It was horrid. It really was. Almost as horrid as this rain that we find ourselves in at the moment, but it's not too heavy. Nothing worth getting too upset about. But yeah, so just, yeah, like I said, nice to blow off the cobwebs, sort of relax, assess, and get myself prepared for the day. I think I always prefer doctors or hospital appointments to be early in the morning, so you're not hanging around. Get it done and then go home, and then you've got the day to yourself. So today I'm going to be doing quite a bit of editing, I think, as I get home. So that'll provide me something to do, an outlet, and maybe read a book or whatever. It just finished the free online course with American Standard Canine. If anyone wants that, everyone gets free access for 7 days. Super informative channel. Ex-police dog handler Garrett knows his stuff. I mentioned him in the last video or so, and just, yeah, I like his matter-of-fact approach, informative approach, and also the fact that he's a balance trainer, not positive only. He understands, in inverted commas, the dark arts. On certain dogs or use cases, you need to utilize them really. So yeah, it's not being cruel to your dog, it's just finding methods to actually make your dog more safe in the long run. And you know, sometimes with bigger breeds and smaller breeds just need sometimes that extra bit of help. For instance, I'm using this slip lead at the moment, and to be honest, he probably won't ever be off a slip lead now. He performs so nicely, he's easy to guide. If I literally give it the tiniest input, I'll get him to the left. If he keeps walking, go on Moss, so that literally tiniest input and he'll come to my left. There we go, good boy. But I saw it as another channel I follow, a really good guy called Charlie who runs it. I can't remember his surname. There's Mordor gun dogs, and what they tend to do, they do Moss, just good boy, they do retrievers and they do spaniels, especially spaniels. There's a particular spaniel that they're training at the moment called Wizzy. Oh my goodness, she couldn't have a more apt name. She is just an absolute coiled spring, beautiful dog. Looks almost identical to my mum's Nelly actually, and yes, she's just a coiled spring, absolute nightmare. I think she's around about 6 months old. Jumpy, excitable, zoomies, but she's getting there. Like in the few training sessions that I've watched with Charlie, that dog seems to be doing really, really well, so fair play. And one of the reasons why I bring up Mordor gun dogs, so obviously they're gun dog trainers, right? The slip lead, is a tool of the trade in the gun dog world, and you can use them very, very politely, as it were. And Charlie really demonstrates how you can use a slip lead to your advantage to basically get the obedience you require out of your dog. And especially in gun dog training, you know, recall and getting them involved and being able to put them on lead and stick them into heel is absolutely paramount. So yeah, I was like reading the comments anyways, talking about the dark arts, reading the comments. I can't remember the name of the person, doesn't even matter, but they were like, it's like about 5 months ago, and he was like, oh, because you use a slip lead, I've unsubscribed. I was like, I'm not being funny, mate. You're watching a gun dog channel. Every gun dog trainer, and I will stand corrected, but I'm pretty sure every, if not most of, gun dog training involves one of these tools. And it isn't the devil or the dark arts. It's merely a tool. Look, it's really loose on me. He's ahead. A lot of gun dog trainers be like, no, you're coming into my heel. I don't always want that. I don't mind Moss walking ahead a little bit. However, I want him to engage. Moss, eyes, please. Eyes. What's this? Sit. Yes, good boy. He was just eyeing up a good old rolling some fox shit there. That would have been nice. I do not need to be bathing you before I go out this morning, my little mate. You know, this video is probably only going to be about like 15 minutes long tops. So nice short one for you guys that prefer the shorter long form content of me just chatting bollocks. But look at that sunrise, absolutely gorgeous. Red sky at morning, shepherd's warning. Let's go, Moss. So yeah, I'm really trying to mix up the types of walks we do and the lengths of walks we do. Moss is pulling me over this way, so apparently we're not going all the way through the fields, which I had intended. So I guess that's where we finish before we go into the boring estate. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me chat nonsense. But anyways, keep on meandering, stay positive, and much love.